Hey all, Hipper here. So today we are taking a ship out that I was actually not going to do a video on because I really don't like Belfast 43. I already don't like Belfast, but I think Belfast 43 is even worse if that's possible. I mean, yes, it got torpedoes, but it's also at tier 7, and I don't like this ship, and I wouldn't buy out the campaign for it, that's for sure. I think it's very close to being trash, actually. And not because it's a bad ship. I mean, it's decent. It has smoke and, radar. But let's just look at my build here first. I'm running turret on it because you need smokes on this thing, and I forgot to change from my destroyer setup here, so just ignore that. But this is the actual build I used in this battle here. So I decided to keep it on just in case. I'm sure you would rearrange some perks if you were, to use this guy here. And I don't even have, like, the whole reason to run turret on is to have smoke-a-thon, and I haven't even got that selected, which is, pretty stupid, to be honest. But like I said, I wasn't going to do a video on this ship here. So sonar, radar, and 5 smokes. So you have smoke and you have radar, and that's what this ship is about, really. 9.5 reload, that's not good. Torpedo range 9.3, it's okay because I extended it. This is not an agile build, so we have terrible maneuverability, and there's no point putting an agile build on this ship here because it just doesn't work. Shooting from smoke is 4.9 kilometers, so that's pretty good. But look at this. This is just a floating citadel. It really is, and that's one of the reasons it's not very fun to play an agile cruiser. So it's not because the ship is trash, because it's bad, like I said before. It's just not fun at all, I think. I'm actually having a hard time thinking of a ship that's less fun to play than Belfast 43. I mean, Belfast is a runner-up, obviously, and Azuma is also up there. P-Bag, yes. So it's definitely among, the 5 worst ships in the game when it comes to having fun when you play it. And it's because you have to play a certain way in this ship here. I mean, it dictates your playstyle. There's only one way you can play it, really, and that's to rely on smoke. And I hate relying on smoke in ships. And that's probably why I despise this ship here, to be honest. I haven't heard many people who actually like it, because it is, it's certainly an acquired taste. I mean, if you have a taste for trash, that is. And why is that? Well, because everything on the ship is just slow. Like, the reload is slow, and it moves slow. Like, see here, I'm trying to stop, and it's like it's stuck in, it's terrible. It's just, it's really frustrating to play, I think. And you're always waiting for the ship to catch up with whatever you're doing, and that just gets super duper annoying very, very quickly. And if you saw at the XP when I was looking through the stats of the ship, I have less than 30,000 XP on it because I've played it 3 times, maybe 4 times, something like that, and I just don't like it. Definitely do not like this ship here. And that's pretty much all there is to say about it. So if you're planning on, buying the campaign out, then I would think twice. I know the campaign is almost finished now. There's about 2 weeks left, I think. So if you, finish the campaign and you can get the ship for 2,500 doubloons, that's fair enough. I mean, every ship is worth 2,500 doubloons, that's for sure. Even this Belfast 43 here. But if you paid out the campaign on day 1, which I actually did, although I actually get the ship for free by Wargaming, but I wanted to earn steel, so that's why I bought the campaign out. I don't care about the ship at all. And like I said, it's been 3 weeks and I've taken it out 2 or 3 times. So this game has ships that put me in a good mood when I play. And that's, for example, Hipper, Edinburgh as well. Love playing that. Atago as well. There's actually many ships. Most ships put me in a good mood when I play them. And then there's the ships I mentioned earlier that I just will do anything not to play. And a lot of people had asked me to do a video on Belfast 43, and I actually wasn't going to do it. I also told them that. I said I'm boycotting that ship because one, I think it's a really disappointing campaign price. To be honest, I think it's a rip-off, really. Especially because we already have Belfast at tier 6, and if you absolutely have to play one of these two Belfasts here, then obviously play the tier 6. Don't play the tier 7. It's you can't really compete up here. And like I said, you have to have a smoke build on this thing here, because that's all that's going to keep you alive for, you know, longer than 2 minutes. So here I'm surprised. I'm like, what's going on? Why am I in a crossfire? And then it's because 2 German battleships have just, you know, sped through the middle channel and have caught this whole flank over here in a really, really bad position, because we are, you know, crossfired right now, and I'm just lucky I haven't been deleted right now. So I have enough time to smoke up and then shoot a few of my also very slow torpedoes, and just sit here and wait for my also super slow turret rotation to actually do what it's supposed to do, and, you know, turn my turrets. It's just painful to wait for everything on this ship here. And even with an agile build where you get faster turret rotation and like a little bit more fun, like the ship is still awful, I think. Terrible. I don't like it. And that's just my personal opinion here. I'm sure there's people out there who love Belfast, and that's all the more power to them. That's excellent. You go play this ship as much as you want, as long as I don't have to play it. So I cannot do anything against a Tirpitz and a Bismarck in this little, like, what do you call it, boat here? Like, I'll call it a boat. I don't think it's a ship. So I'm obviously going to have to reposition here. I will try to defend the cap as, you know, much as I can, and at least I have pretty good concealment at 9.6 here. So otherwise this Bismarck here would have removed me from the map immediately if he has, like, been able to see me at this exact moment here. So I'm just looking at him, so he's probably going to go this way. So we'll just fire a few of the single torps that way, and then I'm going to you know, run for cover, because just want to get my next smoke ready, so I can actually do something. Because that's the problem with the ship. You can't do anything until you have a smoke. And you have 5 smokes, yes, that's very nice. And if I had actually picked the right perk on my command, I would have had Smokeathon, and I would have been able to smoke up a few seconds after a smoke runs out. It's not as good as Minotaur, where you can just keep it going for 8 minutes, which is perhaps also a little bit overpowered, but that's a different thing. So I'm just looking, do I get a torpedo here? And I think, oh, okay, well, apparently not. I'm not going to get any. So now I'll test the AP here on this AFK Suzuya here, and you'll see that it's pretty trash. You cannot get a better target than this. He's stationary, he's broadside on. I have switched to AP, and my dispersion is okay, and yeah, nothing happens. It reminds me a little bit of Exeter, where you also doesn't matter what you do, you will get overpens on Japanese cruisers. And it's just, yeah. How much fun is this? I don't think that's a lot of fun. Had this been Hipper or Edinburgh, like this Suzuya would have been removed in the first salvo, perhaps the second salvo. And here I'm like going on for like a minute trying to sink this ship here at 10 kilometers. So yeah, working as intended, I guess. So you may think I'm being rough on this ship, and yes, I am, because this is a campaign ship. Like, if you want this ship, it's going to cost you money no matter what you do, unless you're a CC. And it's just not worth it. And look at those citadels there. I get like barely any damage. It's just very disappointing. Now, like I was saying, this is a premium ship. And of course, some premium ships you can just not buy. But most people, they finish the campaigns in this game here because you get a lot of extra nice stuff. And that's certainly what you should go for in this campaign. That's the commendations, the insignia, and, you know, all that stuff that you get as a bonus, because the ship is not something I would recommend anyone to take out at tier 7. Absolutely not. Like I said, if you have some weird fetish for Belfast 43 or Belfast at tier 6, by all means play them, but I think the majority of the community and the players will not enjoy this ship here. And it's not because it's particularly difficult. It's just, I mean, you sit in smoke and you shoot at stuff, and I find that excruciatingly boring. And this ship's whole playstyle is, revolves around that. And then when everything is so slow on top, and it's just a mediocre ship in every way possible, I'm going to be rough on this ship here, because just like I was on P-Bag and also on Azuma, because they are disappointments. Like Belfast mother wouldn't be very proud of him, her, whatever. That's for sure. If you want to play a smoke ship, smoke cruiser, then jump up to legendary tier and play the Minotaur. That is one of the most fun ships you can possibly play in the game. And I don't understand why anyone would pick Belfast over Minotaur. Yes, you get access to radar and smoke at the same time, but really that's a bit of a gimmick, really. It's rare you get to use it, and the downsides just don't make sense, I think. The ship is disappointing. It's slow. Everything on it is slow. Like, look in here. I'm trying to turn around in here in this channel here, and because it takes so long for the ship to slow down, and yeah, I get it. Like, yes, it's a British cruiser, so when it has smoke, it should take a little bit, to slow down so you can hide in your smoke. But this is just excessive. Yeah, like, it makes the ship a pain to play. Really does. So I'm starting to think, oh, can I even actually make this U-turn here before these two slow battleships here, they actually sail the 6 kilometers up here and take me out? Because I'm starting to doubt it here, because I'm trying to get into position to torp them, and it is just taking forever. So sure, someone's gonna say, well, Hipper, you can just not play the ship, and that's exactly what I am intending to do, or not to do. This is probably the one and the only video you're going to see on my channel with Belfast 43, unless something spectacular happens, like there's an event where you can only play that ship, or it gets buffed or something. Until that happens, this ship here is going to stay in my port. I might even sell it, actually, because there is absolutely no way I'm going to play this thing here. And if I am, I'm going to play the tier 6 version, because yeah, not a fan. So decent battle here, and like I said, agile builds don't work on this thing, so don't even try it. I have tried it, and yeah, I don't like it. So 162 and 3200 XP, so pretty good battle and a high caliber. So hope you enjoyed it, because I didn't, and I'll see you out there.